Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hi, everybody. Look at your hair. Hi, guys. Hello. Look at the ladies. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gotta fix the glasses. Hi, welcome to the show. Have a seat, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is a fun day. We're gonna have some fun. Kendall got a new haircut. I know. Did Aaron tell them we're giving them cars or something? I mean, my goodness. I am loving these people today. This is their... Welcome to the show, everybody. Save a lot of that love for my good friend with the new hairstyle. It's Kendall, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
I love it.
Thank you.
You know I notice everything. I told you.
You
You know that
do.
about me now. I notice everything.
I know. You walked into the meeting and his face was like, new hair.
New hair.
And
I
then
do.
I thought there was that like 5 seconds where I was like, oh my God, do you hate it? Do you like it? What's happening?
No.
You're like,
And
like it.
I will tell you, it's I will always, you can ask our boss, Marion Mim Davey, who she's been my boss since I was 22 years old when I started at WCCO. Yeah, she hired me then from Red Lobster, and she's now my boss here at Fox 9. And I notice when she's gotten her eyebrows tweezed. I notice and she calls me Jack from Will and Grace. She's called me Jack for 20 years, and I always know when I'm in trouble when she calls me Jason. You know what I mean? It's like
Jason.
So if she gets something new, she'll be like, Jack, do you like this? Because I'll always be honest with her. I'll tell her like, oh no, that orange not doing it for you. You know what I mean? I tell no. Oh, not you. No, I mean her. I didn't say you.
Jason.
I was saying Mary. I was saying
get
Mimi.
it. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. I get it.
Yeah. You pull off orange very well. Very few people can. You have.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
do. Yeah. I got out of that one. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway. I love you. Hey, if you're looking at me and you're going, wow, Jason looks happier than normal. It is because tonight is the night. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect. I haven't been to a prom since 1992. Tonight,
Wow.
I'm going to a senior prom this evening. That's right. I'm going with Marge, who was the 93-year-old woman who sat in the audience, and she made a sign for me, and she asked me to prom, and I said yes on the show, and people thought that I was just doing it for TV, and I'm like, I would never. I am a boy who idolized and loved his grandma more than anything. I would never, ever do that to a lady. So I would never do that. So I'm going. I'm going tonight. I rented a limo. I'm going to pick her up in the. No, we're not doing the limo, but yeah.
But you did pick out a suit, right?
I did pick out a suit. I might wear this one. I do enjoy this one, or I might do the traditional black and white. I don't know what I should do. I mean, maybe I should do the black and white one.
I feel like she'd like traditional.
Yeah, black and white. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that. I got us a reservation at the Red Lobster. We're good. Yeah. She didn't want that though. We got to move on. But that was what was so funny about her and Aaron. She didn't cut any. She doesn't suffer fools lightly. So I said yes to her at prom, and I go, Marge, do you want me to take you to dinner? And she literally looked at me. She goes, that won't be necessary. She was like, I just settle down. Settle down,
young man.
All I want you for is the dance, and then get out of here. Yeah. So I'll have video for you. I'll have video for you tomorrow. Don't miss it. But before we go into, we just got an email. We have open spaces next week for the audience, so come see me. We have a great week of shows. If you want tickets, go to our Facebook page and click tickets. You're in by 9:30. You're out at 11:15, and the best part about it is, after the show, I tell you stuff I can't say on TV. So there we go. You get stories, yeah.
All the secrets.
And audience, I have stories today, let me tell you, yeah. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go.
What was that?
I got my beard trimmed. I got a memo, and I had to trim the beard. So it was a memo, and then I got another memo, and then there was a meeting, and then President Trump called me, and then I had to do that, and First up, the Billboard Music Awards were last night, and it was all about the live performances. I gotta admit, I've never watched the Billboard Music Awards before last night. This was phenomenal. And audience, I need someone to hold my hand because this show was crafted for me. It was all about the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Paula Abdul. I love it. It is audience. Audience, do the math with me. She's 56 years old. And looks phenomenal.
Wow.
That Paula was my very first CD. That's the first
Really?
CD. Forever Your Girl was my first CD. And stop taking shots at Julianne Hough, NBC. My goodness, every reaction shot was of Julianne Hough and Paula Abdul. You guys see her throw her hat and hit her in the head?
Yeah, that was funny.
Anyway, not a fan. Madonna also took the stage.
You don't like Julianne Hough?
Okay, she's fine, but stop. It's just whatever. Anyway, Madonna also. I'm not a huge fan of her. No.
I really like her. We should stop.
Okay,
Never
that's
mind.
fine. Well, we can argue later. Madonna also took the stage with Maluma to perform her new single. Now, Madonna claims she spent $5 million of her own money on the special effects. Was it worth it? Let's look.
Then call me go, let's take a trip. For you. Si te enamoro, si me enamora. En menos de un año, no. Nos vamos pa' Medallo. Si te enamoro, si me enamora. Es si no quedamos, no.
Okay. Now, if you keep watching some holograms pop up, like they call it augmented reality, like fake Madonnas that look like color forms from the 80s, like little shrinky dinks. I don't know, Madonna, I love you, and I hate saying this. I come from peace, come from a place of love because I love you, but I don't think the special effects were weird. It didn't look right. It looked like I said, color forms on the television. She did a good job. She didn't need all that stuff. I like this song. It's growing on me. And I guess Maluma is a worldwide sensation. People love this guy. So it was all right. Mariah Carey was awarded the prestigious Icon Award and performed a medley of her hits. Listen to Mimi.
Boy, don't you know you can't escape me? Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Time can erase a feeling that's strong. Whoa, you got me feeling like emotions higher than the heavens above. Hey. And a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive.
Yeah. She's amazing. Look, she can be a diva sometimes. She can drive us
the time.
crazy. But you can't, that's Mariah. That's some
man.
singing right there.
She got like way up there and it was like.
Yeah, I call that the dolphin mating noise. That's, you know what I mean? She reaches those levels. It's like she's communicating with Flipper, you know? But she can still do it. She can still hit those notes. She proved everybody wrong. T Swift opened the show with her new song, Me! Exclamation point. This song is so contagious. I've been listening to it on the treadmill. and I get dancing, and I almost fell on my face yesterday on the treadmill, thanks to Taylor Swift. But anyway, yeah, she was out there with Brendan Urie, and what a great way to open the show. And now she's all about pastels. I think all I'm going to wear this summer, I'm just going to wear pastels all year, all summer. Yeah, that's all I'm going to wear. Yeah. Next in the dish. Overall, good show, though. Next in the dish, Sarah Gilbert announced a while back she was going to leave CBS's The Talk, and now we're learning who will replace her. TMZ says Marie Osmond will get the spot in the main chair starting in the fall. The audience is stunned silence by that one. Now, because here's what CBS is thinking. Apparently, ratings spike when Marie recently co-hosted. The news, not without controversy, according to TMZ, some of the women at the table were hoping for someone younger and edgier, and not Marie, who's 59. I didn't say it. The ladies, other people at the table said it, not this table. Yeah. Marie is wrapping up her residency at the Flamingo with her brother Donnie in November, and will have to do double duty for a few months. Now look, you know me. I'm 44. I celebrate everybody of every age. I love when women redefine ages. However, from a TV producing standpoint, you have how many women at that table, Jeff? 6? 18? I don't know. Six women at that.
6.5.
6 women at that table that's supposed to represent different viewpoints. Mm-hmm. The youngest woman at that table is Eve at 40. My thing is, I just think there should be a young woman. If they want a younger demographic watching, there should be a young woman at the table. That's my only thing. I like Marie, yeah. But maybe they don't want that.
I mean, that's the name of the show, is The View. So yeah, I mean, you need
The Talk.
Oh shoot. But that's how much I watch these shows.
It's fine. Same thing. Yeah, same.
Watch our show.
Same thing, different network. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, no,
right.
But all kidding aside, that's why I love having you on there, and Aaron Schwab as a contributor, Miss Shannon, and producer Ted. We all come from different backgrounds. You represent younger folks. Aaron represents the cabaret crowd, and you know what I mean? Yeah. There's no business like show business. You know what I mean? That's Aaron, you know?
That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a lot more to come. More dancing coming up, everybody, right after this. Stay with us. Coming up in just a bit. Well, we talked about him for months. Now we get to talk to him. Bachelor Colton and his girlfriend Cassie will join us live to talk about a new way to enjoy Bachelor Nation. Then I've taken you to many breweries over the years here on the show, but today I'm giving you a tour through one of the most successful distilleries in the Twin Cities. I love this place. Find out why Norseman is all about family and friends. Oh, and cocktails too. And we're getting ready for Cinco de Mayo with our friend Katie from Angel Food Bakery. So stay right there. That is coming up.
Obviously, you meet a lot of people who
Yes.
Enjoy the show, and I'm
Yes.
sure sometimes they're famous people.
Okay.
Has there been someone who has excited you?
Yeah.
Who told you? Who is that person?
Beyonce.
I've heard of her. Yes, she's the singer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was the Oscars after party. How much of an idiot did I just sound? And she voluntarily came up to me.
Oh wow, that's
Like,
good.
came up to me, like, wide open face, like, I want to talk to this girl. I want to talk to me. And I was kind of like, who's behind me? Oh my God. And I just messed it up. She was clearly a fan, and I ruined it.
How did you ruin it?
I just was like, oh, I think I started crying. Exactly that noise came out of my mouth. And she's like, hey, this is uncomfortable now. I thought you'd be cool. You're not cool. Bye.
No, you're cool. Welcome back, everybody. Game of Thrones star Amelia Clark on Kimmel last night. Next in the dish.
Calm down. You can do it.
Noah Centineo stopped by Jimmy Fallon on the other night. Now, Noah, he's on the Netflix movies. People love him. He was on the Disney Channel. He was on The Fosters. And Noah spilled the tea on a new project. Look at this.
Is this a true rumor? I heard that you might be. Are you playing He-Man?
Yes. Yeah.
Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe.
I have an affinity for being in my underwear. I don't know what it is.
I
just
love, dude. He-Man is one of my favorites. I grew up with all those toys. Wow. I was probably too old to be playing with them, but I still was. That's gonna be giant. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's quite an opportunity.
Does it feel like it's happening fast to you?
A little bit?
Yeah.
Jason. The show must go on.
No. No. He's not He-Man. He's not my He-Man. He's not my He-Man. No. He's they're doing what they did to Dynasty. They're only they're getting him because he's 14, he's 22, and they want the youngins to go see He-Man. They're doing that just to pull in young people. You don't need to do that. How about get a good script, then people will go to your movie automatically. How about that? Because what they're doing is they're CWing up He-Man. Because remember the CW network, they brought back Dynasty. Now, Dynasty in the 80s were filled by people in the 30s and 40s. See, the CW gets a hold of it, and they're high school kids. Alexis is at prom. And you know what I mean? So he's not He-Man. And I mean, and Prince Adam, he's like Chris Hemsworth. I mean, He-Man is like Arnold. He's like this. That's not that kid. He's in great shape. He was in the Calvin Klein ads. People love him. I'm sure he's nice. But no, he's not He-Man.
You got that covered.
He's not all the kids of the 80s, they're with me. He's not. No. Oh. Okay, anyway, my executive producer is going like this. Calm. Noah starred in To All the Boys I've Loved earlier this year on Netflix, and a sequel is in the works. Great, go do that. That's fine, yeah. Next in the dish, she's part of Hollywood royalty, and it seems an Oscar winner Angelica Huston isn't afraid to ruffle a few feathers. A few? This interview, she was just like, T. The Addams Family movie star is interviewed in the latest New York Magazine and lays into a number of big-name stars. She went after Oprah, everybody. Houston says, according to Angelica, she says Oprah has held a huge grudge against her since she beat her for Best Supporting Actress back in 1986. Houston says, really? Houston says she was never invited on Oprah's show, and Oprah once butted into her conversation with Clint Eastwood, totally ignoring her. No, Angelica, maybe you were never invited on the Oprah Winfrey Show because you didn't do anything interesting while the Oprah Show was on. I mean, after the Addams Family, is there anything that she did really, like mainstream pop culture, that Oprah would want to have her on the show? No, and why? Anyway, she also accused older actors of doing bad movies for money, particularly Robert De Niro. Houston also kind of threw a dig at Diane Keaton. Houston says she's only interested in movies that aren't, quote, humiliating, like a band of cheerleaders that get back together for one last hurrah. Y'all, that's the plot. No, that's a plot of Diane Keaton's new movie, Palms, which opens next week. Why do you gotta hate? Why do you gotta go after these people, Angelica? Keep in mind, Houston is promoting her role in the new movie John Wick 3, which I'm sure she's not doing for the paycheck. I'm sure you're doing it because the screenplay is wonderful. I'm sure that's why you're doing it. I am sassy today, and I don't know, I'm in a really good mood.
I have nothing to add to any of this. I wish this was vodka.
Still ahead, everybody. We're checking in with Dax Holt. He has the latest on another Jonas Brothers timing out in Vegas. Plus, love him or hate him, he became a household name earlier this year. We are chatting live, finally, with Bachelor Colton and his girlfriend Cassie. We'll be right back, everybody. We're starting the hashtag not my He-Man. Just FYI, if you want to. And I'm waiting for the email. I'm waiting, inevitably, there will be an email that will come in today, mark my word, that will be like, Jason, you're usually so positive. What's up today? I don't know. I'm in a good mood. Our half-hour hot dish continues with our insider to the stars. Ladies and gentlemen, he always puts me in a good mood. Give it up from Hollywood Pipeline, Dax Holt, everybody.
Good morning. I can hear you this week.
I don't know, Dax. I'm just feeling sassy today. Just feeling sassy. I don't know.
You're sassy every day, Jason. What are you talking about?
That's right. You're right. I am. Okay, we talked about it. We talked about it earlier. The Billboard Music Awards were last night, but Joe Jonas's night got started a little early. He was the real winner last night.
Yeah, this was amazing. No one saw this coming, but right after the Billboard Music Awards, their performance, him and Sophie Turner and his brothers headed over to a little chapel and got married. And,
nice!
It was amazing. Got married by an Elvis impersonator, and invited a bunch of their celeb friends and their family, and just had this very low-key wedding. And actually, Diplo live streamed the whole thing. He put it up on his Instagram, and people were freaking out because they're like, "Wait, is this real? Is this a joke? We don't know what's going on." But yes, they did in fact get married. There is a marriage certificate that they filed for yesterday. But I love that this is such the complete opposite of what Nick and Priyanka did.
Yes.
And like 4 months worth of weddings. These two are like, nope, we're just going to go to Vegas and walk down the aisle and get married.
By an Elvis impersonator. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, that's great. Okay.
So cool.
Next up, Travis Scott had an insane birthday party, and some stars actually got turned away.
Yeah, so he, Kylie Jenner threw him this, it's kind of funny, but a gas station themed birthday party at Universal Studios. And so it was like walking through a convenience store at a gas station where he had like all the products, like toilet paper and paper towels, and motor oil was all like Travis Scott themed. And then so many stars, so many people showed up that the fire marshal ended up having to shut the gates and say, no more people could come in. And French Montana was stuck outside. Travis Barker was stuck outside. Machine Gun Kelly. And so they actually had to wait around until other people left so that they could eventually get in. But it was kind of funny to see these huge stars kind of just waiting outside the gates like, okay, well, what do I do? I guess we'll take photos with each other outside.
Dax, this is how unhip I really am. I'm exposing myself. When we talked about your segment in our post show or in our meeting, and they're like, oh, and this person got turned away, and French Montana got turned away. I thought that was a sandwich at Arby's. I thought the French Montana was.
Oh, Jason.
I know.
Remember, he dated Khloe Kardashian.
Now I know who he is. Yes, Dax Holt, everybody from Hollywood Pipeline. Go follow Dax right now, everybody. Follow Dax Holt and follow Hollywood Pipeline for the latest in Hollywood. I'll take a French Montana and some curly fries, please. That's right. But now I know who he is. Still ahead, everybody. It was the fence jump scene around the world. We're talking with Colton and Cassie next. And later, I head to a craft distillery in Minneapolis to see what the new trend is all about. I love this place, and so will you. Back in a moment, everybody. Our next guest became the topic of a lot of conversations here on The Jason Show earlier this year after they found love on The Bachelor. Here's a clip, just a portion of their journey.
I'm done with this.
Colton! Colton. He just jumped the fence.
That's right. One of the best clips in reality show history, sincerely. That's a clip from this past season of The Bachelor and a scene we will never forget. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Colton and Cassie, everybody. Hi, guys. Colton, I got to ask you.
Hi.
I got to ask you. I'm sure it's like when someone like a star is known for a certain role, like Courtney Cox always gets asked about Friends. Does it drive you nuts that clip will probably live forever of you jumping a fence?
Yeah, I'm still adjusting every time I'm in public, and if there's a fence nearby, people, that's the first thing people want to talk about. But yeah, it's sort of funny. I didn't think it was going to be that big.
At least he made it look really cool, so it's a good clip to have to go on forever.
You did it in one move. It looked like a special effect, I have to tell you.
Yeah, it's sort of funny. I was joking with my sports agent. I was like, I feel like I've been training my whole life, not for the NFL, but to jump that fence.
Exactly.
So I'm glad it turned out well.
I was wondering, guys, there's one thing to go on a date and fall in love with cameras, and the expectation, what's going to happen. But I really was wondering, what was the first normal thing you guys did as a couple? Like, did you go out to eat? Because it's one thing to have a reality with cameras. Another thing to just, what was the first thing you guys did normal?
I think immediately following in Spain, we actually had a happy couple. We had 3 days in Spain together, and we just cooked. We lounged around the house. We did yoga, and we really, to be honest with you, that's when our relationship really started to take off. As soon as the cameras went down and the mics came off, is when we started to really thrive as a couple. And it was
But even
nice.
then, it was like we were under wraps, so it still wasn't completely normal until after finale. But
we're still trying to adjust to the new normal,
Absolutely. It's a good way to put it, the new normal. Now, there's a new way to watch for all of you in Bachelor Nation. There's a new way to watch past seasons. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Tubi.tv or downloading the Tubi app. The Bachelor franchise is coming to it, which is great. It has season 5, my season of Bachelor in Paradise, and then it also has the very first season ever of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So you can stream that, and it also has 12,000 TV shows and movies, anything from The Simple Life with Paris Hilton to Charlotte's Web. So has really all content for all types of people. So it's great. You should check it out.
Are you guys able? Some people don't like to watch them. Some people don't like to watch themselves on TV. Did you guys watch your episodes, or are you one of those that are like, nope, I lived it. I don't really need to watch it?
we watched it. I'm the kind of person, if everyone else is gonna be watching this thing, I gotta know what's going on too, and he's the same way.
Not only did we watch it, but we watched it with her family.
Yeah.
No! I watched it with my family too, so yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, well, how uncomfortable was that? Because there are some moments that I'm sure, did you have to walk out of the room a few times to get some pretzels or something?
Sometimes if something really awkward was happening, I would talk really loud over it, so I wouldn't have to hear it.
Yeah, her dad had the remote the whole time and was pausing and forwarding and rewinding, and I'm just sitting there with a pillow in my face, oh boy, let's get this episode going.
I made it through.
Yeah, just made it through. It's okay, a couple more episodes. We have about 30 seconds. What are you guys working on now? I know both of you do a lot of charity work. What's on the horizon for the both of you?
I'm still working on my nonprofit with CF. It's doing great, and we're doing some awesome things for everybody living with cystic fibrosis. And Cassie's still in school, and she's one of the hardest working people I know. And I can't wait for her to graduate and for her to
It'll be a while till then,
career.
but still in school.
Yeah.
Internships.
Well, continued success to both of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Give it up for Colton and Cassie, everybody. Season 5 of Bachelor in Paradise is now streaming, like he said, on Tubi.tv. There we go. They were very nice. They're very, very nice. Yeah, they look good together. Still ahead, Katie from Angel Food Bakery is in the house and has her own spin on Cinco de Mayo. But next, we're taking you to the Norseman Craft Distillery in Minneapolis. One of my favorite things we've done in a long time. It was a lot of fun there. You'll see why when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Having some fun with the audience today. It's good to be in the audience. I say stuff I don't say on the TV. Let's just say, right, audience? That's right, yeah. Don't forget, come see us. We have seats next week. Come see us. Just go to our Facebook page and click the ticket tab. In by 9:30, out by 11:15. Well, First, it was craft beer. Now, craft distilleries are the hottest thing in liquor. Local companies are creating their own vodka, their own gin, rum, and more, and creating great kind of community spaces. You'll see. I took a trip to Norseman Distillery in Minneapolis to check out a great jewel in this growing trend.
When Scott and I were thinking about starting this, we thought what we get the most joy out of, what the most fun we have is when we're having cocktails with our friends on the weekend and kind of sharing the experiences of the week. And we thought, what if we could bring that to more people? So that was kind of how Norseman was born.
Yeah, this is really great. Can you give us a tour?
Watch this.
We're kind of famous for doing everything DIY. We like to take the experiences of everyone on our team and add to everything that we do here.
You started kind of with a blank slate, right?
Yeah, it was really raw space. So everything you see, we've touched.
And who did the boots? Because I'm loving
Scott
the boots.
welded those, and his sister and I did the upholstery.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because I love this.
I'm glad you like them.
This is great.
Everything here is done by hand by people that work here. We have awesome talent within our team, and we take advantage of it. It's great.
Most of the product we make here is actually vodka. So
Thank goodness.
2/3 of what we make is vodka.
Yeah.
And it starts
Hey, and
out
I'm
as this
2/3 vodka. This is where vodka starts?
and this is malted here in Shakopee, Minnesota.
Look at that
and it
good
ends
old
up in these
Shakopee.
big fermenters back there. So what we're using is heat and gravity to separate out different types of molecules. So if you imagine sort of like popcorn balls bouncing around in there,
Yeah.
the lighter ones make it all the way to the tip top and come over the top, and the heavier ones drain back down. When we say like lighter and heavier, we mean like 1 carbon atom heavier. And you can literally see them actually draining down inside here. At the moment, we're shooting at about 190 some proof alcohol that comes out of here. And you can just barely see it. It's coming out of this guy here, and that's how slow it runs. Every drip comes out like this.
That is how slow.
Yeah, it's what's going on here and here and there.
How the hell long does it take to fill this up?
Forever.
But this will be full eventually of
Eventually,
vodka.
out of this tank, it'll actually
And
fill
rolled right to my house.
right to your house.
I hear you're a fan of vodka.
Yes.
Additionally, a fan of vodka. I wanted to come up with something that was spring-inspired, super refreshing, perfect for pounding on the patio. I'll walk you through the ingredients. The first ingredient over here is a lemon oleosaccharum.
What the hell is that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oleosaccharum is taking the oils from lemon peels, blending that with sugar. It gives a lot of that body and texture into the drink. 20 mils of that, 45 mils of this kombucha that we make in-house. This is Cascara kombucha, so Cascara is the cherry around the coffee seed. We're gonna go 60 mils of our Norseman vodka, which is delicious.
Sorry, I always have to clap for vodka. It's just to kind of, yeah.
That's fair. And then I made a botanical tea specifically for you. Super floral, lots of lavender, cardamom, black pepper, Szechuan peppercorn. We're gonna go 75 with that stuff.
It really is a science. See, I didn't like science in school. This is the kind of science I enjoy.
I didn't either until I grew up and got to do this stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of seltzer, then over ice, nice tall drink.
Cheers. That's really good.
Is that gonna work for you?
That's gonna work. Keith, that's gonna work. Quality control. I have to experience all the flavors, and I didn't while I was shooting it before. Okay, I'm done now. 2 sips. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, you can ask for the Jason if you go there. They have it. It's like a secret little drink. They'll make it for you. It was really good. Yeah, little 2 sips. I was like, that's it. That's all I need. Still ahead, everybody. Katie from the Angel Food Bakery is here with her twist on Cinco de Mayo when we return. Back after this, everybody. We got you some cocktails, and now we're cooking. Cinco de Mayo is just a few days away. I can't believe that. And while you may be thinking tacos and margaritas, our next guest wants you to actually think desserts. Here with her take on Cinco de Mayo, please give it up from Angel Food Bakery, Katie, everybody. Hi, Katie, welcome back. How you doing?
Good.
Happy May.
Happy May.
Even though it doesn't feel much like May right now, but I guess this weekend's going to be nice.
I put my jacket away. I refuse to allow that jacket to come
I walked out yesterday to go to an event that I will actually tell you guys about tomorrow. I walked out and all the people walking the streets had winter coats on.
I know.
And I'm like, this is not right. It's May. It's May.
No, it's really disappointing.
Yes, it is. But what are we making today?
So I thought, we love chips and salsa and we love tacos. Those
We
are
do.
all great. And we love margaritas.
Yes, we do.
And
Yes, we do.
I love Norseman, so I'm going to go there for a daiquiri.
Yes,
for
please.
sure.
Yes.
And I thought, what could we do for a dessert that's pretty easy and quick? And I was thinking, what about dessert chips and salsa?
I love.
So
Hey, a dessert salsa is up my alley. I will do this. Okay, so what do we do?
So the first thing that I did is just taking normal flour tortillas.
Okay.
Like no, you don't have to make them by hand or anything, and then just brushed them with a little butter and some cinnamon sugar. Tossed them in the oven and baked them for like 10 minutes.
Just about 10 minutes.
Yeah, just about 10 minutes, depending on your oven, but just so the like butter and sugar melt, and it basically creates this like cinnamon sugar tortilla chip.
See, this is how. This is how I could literally. We could stop there. Like I could just eat those.
Yeah.
This is. You know what I mean? That's Cinco de Mayo to me.
That's the easiest part. And
Yes.
then I actually wanted to go a little out there with our salsa, and strawberry and basil is one of my favorite fruit herb combinations.
Okay.
So I started.
I don't think I've ever had strawberry and basil.
What?
I'm serious. I don't think I have, but we'll see
so,
shortly.
It's so good. So I started with some strawberries and just tossed them with a little sugar.
Okay.
It's called maceration is the fancy term.
I wondered what I've heard that on cooking
like
shows.
when they're
I
like,
didn't know.
we macerated some berries, it's just sugar and berries.
Okay, because I heard that.
Like
I heard that on the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what.
There's
Mary,
all these fancy terms, and they're like the chantilly cream. I'm like, it's whipped cream.
It's
like,
whipped cream.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
when Mary Berry says it, it was like, what is she saying? What is she doing? Yeah. Okay.
We have fancy terms to make us sound really smart.
Yeah.
So just some strawberries and sugar, and then if you wanted to, I don't know how handy you are with a knife.
I'm really actually. Now it's a worthy question from a regular guest, but I actually am pretty good. You want me to cut this up?
Yeah, we just want to pick out a couple leaves, and we
just
can.
a couple. I'm grabbing the whole thing. Like, okay, just a couple leaves. Okay.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna. I actually can show you a really fun trick for this.
Oh, will you?
to kind of-
Because
yeah.
people watch. Look, I do cut up basil a lot. I do cook a lot.
You do?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
do.
know that.
I'm the cook in the family. I make a really
Nice.
good. I make biscuits and gravy. I make homemade biscuits, like Southern biscuits,
Like real
girl. Yeah.
biscuits.
And then
Okay.
I make steak.
That's
those are my two
amazing.
things. Okay, so what's your trick?
So another fancy word that we use is chiffon.
Chiffon?
Or chiffonade of basil. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stack our leaves,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
it's just if we roll them,
I think I know what you're gonna do.
and then we just can go like this.
And it does all of them at once.
And it does all of them at once.
Oh,
so if
okay.
you want to chop those up, and we can toss them in with our strawberries.
Okay.
I'll just rip.
Now watch.
You can also be not fancy and just rip. Like that's easy too.
Well, let's be fancy though. We'll be fancy
We can
today.
be fancy.
Yeah. Okay. And then,
And then
just
we
toss
just
them there.
toss them in there, and
we
we'll give them a nice stir, and then
It smells so springy.
It
I
is.
just
It's so
want to put
nice.
that in my car. Yeah.
So we could stop here.
Yeah?
But we're not going to.
Okay.
We're actually going to add some avocado to our salsa.
Okay.
I know.
I'll let you do avocado because I'll cut myself. I just know this will not end well.
I will probably cut myself now too.
Yeah.
So a really easy way to do avocado is we're just going to run a knife. I'm not running it through into my hand, but I'm just going to run it
down
and in lines.
Okay. And then the other direction.
the other way.
Okay. See, I didn't know that, but I didn't trust myself.
That's okay.
Yeah. I just.
And then
know.
you can use the spoon and scoop it out.
Scoop
into
it out.
there.
I'll do
And now
that.
it should be in like kind of
That's
little
safe.
chunks. That's safe. You're not going to hurt yourself with a spoon, I hope.
No. Well, it could happen.
Who
mean,
knows?
Yeah.
I say that as somebody who gets.
Now see, look,
hurts myself quite often.
I've messed this up already.
You haven't messed
I
up.
know,
No, there's nothing to mess up. So what I wanted to do is bring the avocado in here because everybody thinks avocado as guacamole and savory.
Yeah.
But that's the onions and the spices you're putting in guacamole. Avocado is actually a really nice creamy base.
Base for
and
any-
you
yeah.
can add it to sugary things.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
So
like you can make avocado chocolate pudding and it's fantastic.
okay, so we just mix
Yeah,
this up.
so if you want to like toss that up a bit.
Okay.
And then last but not least, all salsa needs a little bit of citrus.
Yeah, a little bit of lime. Would you do lemon at all, or would you just stick?
You could totally do lemon. I am biased towards lime.
I am
don't know
too.
why.
I
just
like
love,
lime's my favorite.
And lime's like very, Mexican inspired and avocado, guacamole.
You know my little Martha Stewart trick? You know what I do with leftover limes and lemons that have gone bad?
No.
I put them in my garbage disposal. Martha Stewart taught me that. And then it freshens up the smell of your garbage disposal.
That's so
yeah,
smart.
there we
'cause They're
go.
always so stinky.
Thanks. The more you know, shooting star. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So this is it?
Yeah, and then we're just gonna squeeze some lime in there. You could
Okay.
get really fancy if you have a zester, but I didn't bring one.
No,
so.
we don't need zesting here. We can just do it like that. Kendall, come on up. Let's get Kendall, the resident food. Yeah, the resident eater. No, because, you know, you haven't had a lot of this stuff, so I want you to taste it. Okay.
And we can mix up that lime a little bit just so you don't get
There we go.
huge.
You weren't mixing it.
I know, I didn't. Well, no, I didn't mix in the lime there.
No,
so
you're fine. I
get
just added it.
Get a tortilla chip there.
I'm just gonna eat
okay.
this.
Now,
Okay.
and I'll put it on there. Let's see if you like the strawberry. Have you had the strawberry basil flavor combination?
In a drink.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
But it's the same idea. In a
Same
drink,
idea.
it's probably like a little sweet in the
Okay.
drink, and
Your mom?
it adds that like nice combination of herby and fruity.
That was a
and
very
sweet,
classy
so-
bite there. I like that.
That would've
Just
been-
nod your head. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Good. There we go. Give it up for Katie, everybody. Head to angelfoodmn.com right at the bottom of the screen, or look for them in downtown Minneapolis or at the airport. I love that. And don't forget, you can watch full episodes. Yeah. Love it. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of our show. Is it good, Kendall?
This is just like Captain Crunch.
You can watch full episodes of our show on YouTube. We post each day's episode along with clips from the show on our channel. Go right now to YouTube, search for The Jason Show, look for that logo right there, and hit subscribe. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap up the show right after this.
I just
Okay,
didn't
now I
want
get to eat.
classy bite. It would have been.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Kendall's here. That was really good.
Seriously, so good. I honestly am going to make it because I suck at cooking and I could handle that.
Yeah, that's why I said I like that recipe, and I think you guys watching will too, because it's just anybody can do it. You don't need to be fancy. You don't need a fancy grocery store. That would be a great addition, because people think you're just going to do salsa at your
Right.
Cinco de Mayo party. That was really good. I could have
Really
eaten that
good.
whole bowl. I will not, though.
Yeah, we shared some for you guys. We saved some.
Yeah, the audience will be getting to eat it later, because I don't want any extra time on the treadmill. So yeah. So yesterday on the show, right about now, right around this time, you saw me learning to tie dye with our buddy Christopher Straub. Now, as you saw at the end of the show, we couldn't show you the finished product because we had to let the dye sit for 8 hours after the program. I know. But I begged Christopher. I said, hey, send me a picture, take it home. So here it is. This is the shirt I made, where you literally had to put the dye into like little triangles to create a pattern. So it sat at Christopher's house for about 8 hours, and now here's what my shirt looked like right there. That's the shirt that I made. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I know.
I want to make one for the 4th of July. I think that'd be really fun, like blue and red. And
Well, I had no idea. I knew that the 90s were back in fashion, but I had no idea how popular tie-dye was for the youngins. So I think I'm going to Garth Brooks on Saturday.
You're gonna wear your tie-dye?
Now, why are you laughing at that? Why are you laughing at me at Garth Brooks?
Because didn't in the meeting, like, was it you that didn't know who Dan and Shay were?
I didn't know who Dan and Shay. I know.
The audience gets what I'm like. I think
know.
this is funny.
Know thyself. I do not know a lot about country music.
Okay.
I went to Country Jam and country. I went to a couple of country festivals in 09 and 10, and that was the last time because anyway. But so Garth Brooks, I'm excited for. I'm going to wear my J.R. Ewing boots. I have boots. I'm going to wear cowboy boots. Yes. I don't know why that's funny, but I'm going to, yeah.
I wonder.
And I have a little Stetson ready to go. Do people wear cowboy hats at the concert? Do
Look
they wear it at Garth Brooks?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So I won't look out of place?
No.
Okay.
I have cowgirl boots, the hat. That's what I wear.
Okay. Because I'm going to wear my Stetson. I don't want to look out of place. I'm going to look out of place anyway, because it's like,
I didn't say it, you did.
No, I know. Hey, by the way, I mentioned that we have seats next week. We wanted to tell you, for all you music fans out there, Jake Miller will be live on our show on Monday, performing live. He's huge. He's on the charts right now. He's going to be here live, not via satellite. So if you're a Jake Miller fan or you know who someone is, spread the word. We have spaces in our audience on Monday, all next week too. So just go to Facebook, click the ticket tab, and reserve your spot. We'll get a confirmation to you right away. So that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. Tomorrow on the show, I love this guy. He is the warm-up act for Stephen Colbert. He's a great. Paul Mercurio will be here. He's one of my favorite comedians. Yeah, he's one of my. Have you met him? I don't think you've. He's one of my favorite comedians on the show because he comes to play, and he's a great guy, and he'll join us tomorrow. Plus, I recap my night at the prom with Marge. Yes.
Yes.
And And producer Ted and I'm really excited. Don't miss tomorrow's show. I'm really excited. Producer Ted and I were at a Netflix event yesterday, and I don't want to oversell this, but I'm going to tell you about a show that I know will be your new favorite Netflix show that drops tomorrow. What is it? I'll tell you. But that's going to do it for us today. Thanks to all of our guests. Thanks to this, again, another great audience today. And thanks to you watching. If you're a kid that's being bullied and you're watching right now, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. And don't forget, don't drive low in the